Sati continued, and that great ascetic, observer of vows, moved by kindness, sent with proper instructions a disciple of his to Rājā Parīkshit, and he sent his disciple Gaurmukha of good manners and engaged also in ascetic penances, instructing him to first inquire about the welfare of the Raja and then to communicate the real message. And that disciple soon approached that monarch, the head of the Kurukula, and he entered the Raja's palace, having first sent notice of his arrival through the servant in attendance at the gate. And the Dvija Gaurmukha was duly worshipped by the monarch, and after resting for a while, he detailed fully to the king, in the presence of his ministers, the words of Shamïka of cruel import, exactly as he had been instructed. And Gaurmukha said, O Raja of Rajas, there is a Rishi, Shamïka by name, of virtuous soul, his passions under control, peaceful, and given up to hard ascetic penances, living in thy dominions. By thee, O tiger among men, was placed on the shoulders of that Rishi, observing at present the vow of silence, a dead snake, with the end of thy bow. He himself forgave thee that act, but his son could not. And by the latter hast thou today been cursed, O Raja of Rajas, without the knowledge of his father, to the effect that within 7 nights hence shall the snake Takshaka cause thy death. And Shamïka repeatedly asked his son to save thee, but there is none to falsify his son's curse. And because he has been unable to pacify his son, possessed by anger, therefore have I been sent to thee, O Raja, for thy good. And that king of Kurukula, himself engaged in ascetic practices, having heard these cruel words, and recollecting his own sinful act, became exceedingly sorry. And the king, learning that foremost of rishis in the forest had been observing the vow of silence, was doubly afflicted with sorrow, and seeing the kindness of the Rishi Shamïka, and considering his own sinful act towards him, the Raja became very repentant. And the Raja, looking like a very Deva, did not grieve so much for hearing of his death as for having done that act to the Rishi. And then the king sent away Gaurmukha, saying, Let the worshipful one Shamïka be gracious to me,